Hi, in this video we're going to look at how to book a laser cutter in the digital fabrication workshop. The workshop's based in the VJPB0 building and it's workshop 0.20. In this session we'll go through where the website is, how you access it and how you go about booking your 1 hour or 2 hour slots within this digital fabrication workshop. So first of all we need to open up a web browser. You can use Google, Firefox or Edge. I'm going to use Edge, and we need to type in AV Loans. So it works on the AV Loans system with DeMont University, usually where you can get your cameras and video equipment from. We've just added a page to it which allows you to book remotely laser cutting access. So if you link to the DeMont University website on AV Loans, and we have to sign in, so we sign in here. My username and password are already inputted in here, but you just use your own DeMont University username and password, and then you sign in. So you'll come to a page as we see here. So from this page, all we need to do is go to book by category. In here you can see a list of all different workshops. On this particular occasion we're just going to look at digital fabrication. So if we click this button here, you won't see this as a student, you will go straight to this page here. A few sort of do's and don'ts on here, but the main thing you need to be concerned with is the different lasers. We've got a lot of different laser cutters in here. Some of them are limited to what materials they can cut, so just be aware that when you select a laser it will cut what you want it to cut basically. We have been in a situation before where a student has booked a laser cutter wanting to cut MDF, and unfortunately they chose a laser that just won't cut MDF. The laser's not powerful enough. So please, just make sure you read these specific areas, and that'll give you a bit of a better understanding of which and what each laser does. So to create a booking, we select the laser. As you can see here, these greyed out areas are non-bookable times, so you won't be able to book a session within these timescales. If I move to a few weeks down the line, you get these white spaces then. So just be mindful that you can only book a week in advance. If you see a red item unavailable, that means that somebody has already booked that session, so you won't be able to book that session. You can only book where these white spaces are. So we can easily book from 10 o'clock on Monday the 11th. I'll just override that. You won't need to do that, it's just because this is a beta sort of version of it. So you can book up to 2 hours. So if I wanted to book 1 hour, obviously I'll just tick that and press next. But if I wanted to book 2 hours, I'll click that and click that session. Or equally, you can go to here and do a drop down. So from 10 o'clock, and I want the session to finish at 12 o'clock. I update that and you'll notice it's covered these two areas. If I press next, I can specify which material I want to use. So for this one I'm going to just use watercolour paper. Press next, and this is the most important one. Please read the terms and conditions of accessing the laser workshop. Here we go. So laser cutting terms and conditions. A few do's and don'ts. It's just to keep it nice and accessible for everybody, so no one really uses the facilities and takes too long on their given time. It tells you to turn up 5 minutes before each time slot. And if you need to cancel your booking session, please let the technical instructors know prior to you not actually turning up to the session. It's pretty straightforward. It's just so we can keep it equal for everybody to access basically. So I'll close that one down. So I'll tick that because I've read that and I agree and I'm happy with those terms and conditions. Press next, and then this is just confirming that I have booked the Lotus laser from 10 till 12, so 2 hour time slot, and I'm going to use watercolour paper. I submit that, and there you go, that's the confirmation. Booking confirmed. What will happen now is that booking will come to the technical instructors that work in the digital fabrication workshop, so they'll know that you're coming on that particular or specific time and date. And also you as a student will get a reminder. So the reminders are usually 48 hours, 24 hours and half an hour before your session begins. So it's quite a nice process basically. So if you do forget that you've booked a session later in the week, you'll get reminders through your email. So that's quite a nice process as well. And that's it really. So what you just need to do is make sure your file's correct and ready to come down into the workshop and access the laser and start cutting. Okay guys, thanks a lot.